So what's, let's talk about, help lead Nigeria. That's another thing you're doing, helping your country out there.
So helping Nigeria is it's pretty amazing. I think I got back to Nigeria, and then we was driving down the street, and I saw kids begging for food, and it just broke my heart. It just hit me so hard. Like every time I drove down that place, it bothered me so much. And I did this in California. I used to work in a hotel, and even though they won't like to hear this, but because of the place where I worked, I could see excess food, and I would take it down to the homeless and give some of the homeless on my way back. And even sometimes I'm actually giving my last cash and last food to like kids on the streets, right? I feel like that was just by I had the heart for it, and so I just decided, okay, let's go out and start serving the kids. And I started doing it myself. I'll go out every Saturday. I got the shirt by myself out every Saturday, going, and then by December, I just had this nudge to just text a bunch of people like, hey, does anyone want to go put in a group chat? Hey, anyone will go serve food to kids on the street down here, yada yada. And a couple people came out, and we did the first 100. And then somebody hit me up on LinkedIn, and they were like, oh, we want to do the same thing you did. And then we organized something again. We did like 100 and something kids. We fed them again. And they're like, oh, and then people started to see what we're doing. And then I was like, in December, we're going to serve 1,000. We're going to serve 1,000 children. We're going to serve 1,000 meals. And by June this year, we accomplished that mission. We knocked down the 1,000. And now we're going to go back into a more steady and sustainable way of going out maybe once every month. We're going out to reach them, because we have other agendas we're doing, helping Nigeria. It's a 6-point agenda to help lead Nigeria. So our goal is not to change Nigeria by ourselves. It's to inspire people to become leaders, raise leaders through service. Because if there are we are 170 million Nigerians, if 20% of the population are doing what David is doing, Nigeria will change. So it's not about David, it's really about somebody becoming another David, that kind of thing. And so Help Lead Nigeria is just a platform for leaders. Anyone, whatever skill you have, let's go and impact Nigeria together. So not one person, it's a group of people.
It's a movement. Wow, that's amazing. And it's funny you mentioned something about, because in this country, I don't understand it either. We waste so much food. Like restaurants, grocery stores, they throw away tons of, I mean, it's not like the freshest, but it's still edible. You know what I mean? And if they would just give that away to like maybe the homeless or to the poor or stuff like that, I mean, it could solve so many problems. But there's just so much politics, and stores are afraid to maybe get sued if somebody gets sick or something like that. Yeah. So it's crazy. I mean, but it just takes leadership, like you said. The right leadership in this country, or just in certain areas, can make a big change and a big impact. And so that's why I truly feel what you're doing, with Help Lead Nigeria, is going to make an impact, because you're creating leaders. I mean, that's kind of what WFG was about. I mean, you were in WFG for a little. Were you in WFG for a little while, or you just kind of got to know it?
I was there for like 1 month. 1 month.
Okay, so you kind of got a little taste of what WFG was about, and it's about building leaders, because that's the only way you can create something that's long lasting, because leaders produce more leaders, right? And so, that's amazing. I mean, what's the main goal? What's the biggest goal you said is just to create a movement of people to step up?
The goal is just to create a better Nigeria by inspiring everyone to give what they can or do what they can. So I did say our 6-point agenda. There's 6. Number 1, to end child hunger. We want to fight child hunger, but we can't end it because you can't stop people from being hungry, but you can fight it. Number 2, to help with medically impaired people. We want to support them. Number 3, we want to give youth empowerment programs. We want to make sure there's funding for people who have businesses. We want to make sure that people who are wrongly accused, we have the right resources for them, to make it happen. And I think there's one more this actually comes to my mind right now, because it's tied in with one of them. But those are the 6-point agendas that we are focused on. These are the areas we want to reach to create that impact that we want.